They ended up watching and panicking as their army disintegrated into shreds.
Generals, this is your army. Remember, you can't just steam in and get battling. You've got to get organised. Captains, you better get down and start getting familiar with the troops that you've got. Generals, think it through, and you'll know when the battle starts.
OK. We need to know whether we can fire across here before we're cracking on, yeah?
Now, the team's army, the Persians, the Purple Force, are approaching Dara from the south. And across that ditch are the defenders, the Byzantines in red. They've got cavalry on the flanks, but an ambush, look, out here on this flank.
What infantry have we got down there? We've got any spears?
We've only got one very small unit on the left.
The team's army has got a lot of cavalry. They've got 9 units of horse archers. They've got 3 lots of cataphractoi and a troop of horse javelins. And they're supported by 5 units of spearmen and 5 of foot archers.
What are the troops we're facing over here on the right?
The enemy's got fewer cavalry, but more infantry. The skirmish has shown that this battle can be won or lost by cavalry action.
We've just got archers on the left.
That's all the army.
Yeah,
Don't
okay.
worry, we haven't got any other army.
So, small unit of cataphracts here.
In front of us.
Yep.
But that's a big unit of cataphracts against us.
The team is setting up with a strong force of cataphracts on one flank, strong force of cataphracts on the other flank. They're setting up just the way the Persians did in the real battle.
What are you going to do?
OK, what we're going to do, we're going to bring the infantry down to the...
Right up to the ditch there?
Right up to the ditch.
Yeah.
With the archers in behind.
Right.
First strategy is to engage the enemy across the ditch with the archers.
Across the ditch?
Across the ditch, if we're in range.
Are they going to be able to reach from there, those archers?
We haven't yet established that.
You're going to find that out when you get there?
OK. Yeah. We're then going to bring 2 lots of cavalry here.
Rest over the other side.
Rest over the other side.
Yeah. How are you going to be with using weapons? Because, I mean, you can't just chuck them away and get stuck in with your thumbs or whatever. You need to use them.
We don't see that as a problem.
OK, well, it's 530 AD. Ancient enemies will be coming together tonight, and there will be only one victor. Let battle commence. We're in.
OK, guys, we need to get those archers forward.
OK, you're up to the ditch.
And the infantry.
Yeah, he's closest unit. OK, you can talk to him.
Engage with the archers.
And the team's army is now moving towards the city of Dara, but they've got to negotiate that ditch, and they can either try and get through it or find their way around the sides.
Look what the Byzantine army's done. They've moved up, right up against the belly of that ditch, which will allow them to fire right across the front of the Persian army with their own archers. It's going to come down to a slogging match between the Byzantine archers and the Persian archers. The team has an advantage in that because the team has got more archers.
I just hope they've learned from their skirmish. I mean, they seemed very organised in the planning stage. They fell apart last time under pressure.
OK, they've come up to their side of the ditch.
Keep an eye on how close the enemy are getting.
As soon as they're in range, let's get them firing.
Don't forget, if you can fire on them, they can fire on you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you want them in any sort of formation?
And basically, we want to engage them in a straight line across the ditch, yeah, with the archers and the archers.
Oh, what about our cavalry?
Our cavalry, they're going to sweep round to the right, just backing up the infantry and sweeping round to the right.
Got some infantry that can go with them, just in case anything comes out of the ditch.
OK, what?
OK.
Behind them?
No, in front.
Oh, they're walking at the moment. Do you want them to go quicker?
No, that's fine.
I reckon individually, they're both pretty good generals.
We're in range.
It's how they're going to work together. That will be important.
OK.
OK.
So,
do you want to start firing?
Please? Because they're doing it to us.
We follow the team's arrows in. We can see them beginning to have a small effect on the Byzantines, but still, one has to say, not great. This is going to take some time to have a real effect, I think.
There's a unit coming up over the hills on the left flank.
OK, fire on it. Weaken it before it hits us.
know if I'm right, but they look a lot more cohesive, a lot more together than they did in the skirmish. Are they?
They started well, but of course, as always with these things, it's when it goes really pell-mell that we'll see if they can hold together.
And that's going to be a problem, because I think that these generals are not willing to let the captains knuckle down and do the job. Every time something complicated comes up, the generals abandon the bird table. They
do run down a
That's
lot,
right. They run away from. They lose the big picture.
OK, as soon as you pass them, Jamie, swing round to the left and attack.
Now, what's happened here is that they have taken the lure, if you like, of coming across the gap. So they've moved around the team's right, they've brought cavalry through, and they're attacking the Byzantine flank. All well and good, but of course that will trigger the Byzantine ambush, and they are now moving forward.
Fantastically bloody. I'm going to go and watch it down there on the floor.
You've also got to set a lot that hanging back.
Oh, yeah, on the right.
Trouble on the right.
OK.
Turn round.
Turn round and have them.
So just hold position, Steve.
Yeah,
we've got the archers there, fire.
We got a problem on the right.
OK.
Your guys in the middle there, turn them round now. They've just about won where we are.
The key thing is they've got to realise that this threat is emerging behind them. And if they don't change the face of their cavalry or bring in more cavalry to see off the threat, they are about to get bullet.
Still, oh my God.
And I'm afraid it's like watching a car crash.
Turn them round and attack these guys coming in as quickly as you can.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
It just isn't going well for the team at this point because the ambush is basically working.
But if the team can disengage here on their right flank, on the Byzantine left flank, and figure out something else to do, well, that's exactly what you do with cavalry. You use them in an agile fashion. You throw them in, you experiment, because you can always get them out afterwards, can't you? So will the team get the cavalry out of that ambush instead of leaving them in there to fight? And so far, they're leaving them in there to fight. And there's a lot of purple draped horse bleeding to death on the ground.
What we've got now is such a chaotic battle going up on their right flank there.
The way the battle is developing on this flank, it's moving into the wrong half of the battlefield as far as the team is concerned, the team's half of the battlefield.
Start to move your infantry round to the right. Where the archers?
Okay, team, hold fire a second. Come back to the table here. You have an opportunity to come together, discuss your tactics. We've paused the battle for you.
This is the back of our archers.
This is the back of our archers.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. But I mean, we've got big concentration here. Small concentration.
We're holding them here. I can space. I can send some across.
What we need to do is we need to bring some of these guys across here.
Where's that Persian virtue of patience? All they need to do is stand out there in the baking sun and force the defending Byzantines to stand there too, sweating in that heavy armor as they get filled full of arrows. The team has got more soldiers. They can afford to stand there and exchange arrows.
Attack in the middle and then bring this lot.
You've got 30 seconds and you're going to be back in the middle of it.
So we're going to bring these troops here up here. Yeah, we're going to continue to engage here.
If I can offer one thing, don't get too fragmented. If you get broken up, you are easy picking.
Should we just go for it here?
We need the cataphracts of Jamie's in the front of that lot,
you
in the vanguard of that attack.
Go do it. Yeah.
Okay, Jamie, you okay sending them in?
We're going to bring these infantry round to here. Yeah. Bring the archers up so they're more in range, and we're going to continue.
Don't leave gaps that will allow you to be flanked.